All right, here we go. Not attracted to fatties. Let's go. Come on, fam. Let's go. Let's go.
What's in the box?
I didn't say this. This is what these people are saying. That's their video titles and stuff.
It is not inherently fatphobic to be attracted to thinner people.
And the video's over. Excellent. Nailed it. All right, so she said what we already know. It's not fatphobic if you're attracted. No kidding. Cool. So 7 seconds in, the video's done. The video's done. All right, gravity pulls things towards the center of the earth. Boom. We're done. But no, we have 2 minutes and 16 seconds. We'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll cut it off, but you see, fam? You see what happens? You see what happens when you use the pull-out method? It's not always a win. Be careful. Okay. Here we go.
It's only fatphobic if you exclude a group of people, fat people, from that attraction due to the fact that you think being fat is unhealthy, unattractive. Because why do you think it's unattractive?
What
You switch the samples.
the hell did she just say? I'm not going to rewind it because it's not supposed to make sense. But I did hear something about removing fat people from attraction.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Methinks that's not how it works. Methinks.
Where does that come from? Your fear of larger bodies, right? Like that, or not even your fear of larger bodies, but your distaste for, your dissatisfaction for. That's fatphobic. I can like thin people. I don't always. Like, I love like a full-bodied individual.
Full-bodied. These people over here talking about people like their wines. Like their wines are like cigars. Like, I like a full-bodied person. I like a full-bodied robusto. I like a nice gordo. I like a nice full-body rich. Like a fucking Merlot.
And I can still like thin people too, but I don't exclude fat people from my preferences. Because at that point, it's no longer a preference, it's a bias.
No, it's a preference. And people aren't excluding. I don't go out there and be like, all right, I might be attracted to a fat person, but I'm going to exclude them. No, you just don't want to fuck them. You don't want to fuck them. Like some people like to date black men or black women. Some people don't. It's attraction. You know, we've developed evolutionarily to be attracted to people that look like us. It's a tribal thing. It's a security thing. It's a belonging thing. So that's built into our DNA. So in terms of prejudice, whether it's racial or obesity, that's natural. That's natural because you would normally another tribe and they look completely different. Like, oh my God, like what is that? You'd be more, fearful or like aware or, like hesitant to engage with them because it could be a battle. It could be dangerous. You don't speak the same language. Like when years and hundreds of years ago, you'd have colonization and people landing on the shores of different countries. Like, who the fuck is this? What are they? Like these people look taller and they're whiter or they're darker skinned and whatever. So it's normal. It's normal to have, and prejudice doesn't mean that you hate the other person. It just means you're judging someone. Everyone prejudges everything. It's just judging it before you know more about it. Like, oh, this preview. A preview is prejudging. You're like, oh, this movie looks like shit. Oh, this movie looks awesome. And then you go and see the movie and like, oh, that movie actually sucked. Oh, the movie was actually really good. That's it. All right, whatever. Let's keep going, I suppose.
There's a stigma. There's a weight stigma.
A stigma.
Right? Which is where the phrase weight stigma comes in. certain weights are
Sounds like an
stigmatized.
STI. I got the stigma.
Right? All rooted in racism,
Yep.
our fear, our hatred of black, large, disabled, whatever bodies.
What? What just happened? Did she just say large, black, disabled bodies? What? I missed the transition. I don't think there was.
And just in case there's any bitches out there who's like, oh, why do you always have to bring race into this? Like, you're a what? Like,
It's a great question.
it's rooted in racism. Like, fat phobia is rooted in racism. So it's like,
How so? No, it's not.
there are many things to break down at the same time. You're allowed to be attracted to thin people. You
Oh,
just
thank you.
can't exclude a whole group of people
I can't exclude
and call
a
it
whole,
a preference.
it's called a preference. It's not excluding. One does not lead to the other. A preference might mean that you are not attracted to obese people. That's not because you're excluding. That's because your preference is precluding that. It's like, that's my preference. It's not that you're actively excluding, like, I'm not going to go after Asians because I don't like Asians. Well, that's also a preference too. You know, not liking Asians or black people, like liking them because of their skin color, that's okay. Then that has other connotations and reasonings. But attraction, like sexual attraction. So this is a whole different thing. You're going to be attracted to what you're attracted to. Some people like heavy women or heavy men. Some people have that kind of a fetish or attraction or preference. You always have to say the racist thing because nothing else makes sense. That doesn't make sense either, but you know, you
Just like it's racist if you say, oh, I only date white guys.
Is it? Is it though? So if you've never dated like a Senegalese man or a woman, then you're racist. Maybe you are only attracted to white people or black people. I mean, look at the Kardashians. They have a lot of, I don't know, NBA players that they're banging all the time. Does anyone care? No one cares. No one cares except you. Except you. You're the only one screaming racist. Everyone else just dates who they're attracted to and who they're around, and most people just don't let it run their lives.
Or like it's racist to those other groups that don't fit in that box, right? It's no longer a preference. It's systemic. It's rooted in something else. It's not just an attraction.
What you just said
How many times did she say rooted?
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
She should be a gardener. Like,
At
plant some
no
trees
point
if you want to
in
root.
your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. Well, it seems like these people are the most racist or it's rooted in racism. They're the ones that are looking for, if you're not black, handicapped, and trans, then like they don't want you. They don't want you. So I would be much more concerned about people like this that are going to date someone as a token. Like you're going to date like a token handicapped black person, or this person's black and gay. So, and they have crutches. So I'm going to date them because, you know, it reflects on how good of a person I am because I don't have biases. I don't have bullshit. It's a huge ego. It's a huge attention grab. Just keep on screaming racism until it means nothing anymore. It used to mean something. It still does to people that use a dictionary before the year 2000. It still means something. That's not a good thing. Racism is not a good thing. And it's really not as prevalent as people are trying to, as the left is trying to bring it back. Trying to bring back racism. Everyone was doing so fine, so much better. Everyone's got their different opinion on that, but it was probably the least racist country in the world. Pretty close to it. I'm drinking black coffee. Oh no. Oh no. Some black person's going to be offended because I'm drinking coffee. Ooh. Ooh. They call this the Wesley Snipes blend.